Oh, we clicked the live. There it is. Hello, COETAILers. Yes, we're live again. So great to have you and to be able to talk to all of you COETAILers out there about the new exciting COETAIL 2. Kim and I came
Woohoo!
at you, I think, Kim, it was about a year ago that we
Yeah.
came and we
Yep.
decided we were going to do this COETAIL 2. And Lissa had just come on board when we were looking to launch it. And we said we were going to launch it in January. And next thing we know, it's April. And we're now launching it. So better late than never. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to make just a quick video about how excited we are to finally get this off the ground. It's been a lot of hard work, which is why it's taken a little bit longer, as we want to make sure that we do it right. And I think that's why, you know, Lissa and Kim and Chrissy and myself have all been really digging into this and trying to figure out what is a format that works. And so, Kim, why don't you get us started talking about how in COETAIL 2, COETAILers will really be able to customize their own learning journey?
We are really excited about this because it's different than anything we've ever done before. The COETAIL format in the past was very much everyone is kind of learning the same concepts at the same time. And we know that COETAILers are super dedicated and engaged and passionate learners. So we wanted to provide a way for you to customize your own learning journey and choose from a wide variety of different courses and kind of go at your own pace, but within a community. So we've got all sorts of great topics for you to dive deep into, like coaching and leadership and digital citizenship, innovative pedagogical strategies, coding in the classroom, design thinking, gamification, and all sorts of other practical options for a technology-rich classroom. And you get to design the curriculum that works for you.
I love that. I love that personalized piece. Chrissy just sat down at her desk, so we're going to throw this next one at you, Chrissy, just because you happen to be there and you are. So the next thing we want to talk about is just being able to experience a truly personalized online learning environment. Chrissy, can you kind of talk about what does that mean for you, and how do you see that going, and where does that look like in COETAIL 2?
I think a truly personalized learning environment for me is just something where I can grab a subject that I'm really interested in or passionate about and go a little bit deeper with it. And the environment that we're providing for you in COETAIL 2 will allow you to do such a thing and be supported along the way. Like, even though everybody's going to be doing their own thing, we all have this common factor that we are working in education. So we're going to be able to bounce ideas off one another and sort of ask for advice and get some support for the kinds of things that we're interested in. And you never know, somebody else's interest might spark your own interest. And I think that right there is probably the thing that excites me the most, is that not only can I learn about the things that I really want to learn about, I can see what other people are really passionate and excited to learn about, and maybe that'll rub off on me too.
Awesome. I love that. Kim, back to you. We talk about one of the things we love about COETAIL 2 is this idea of creating and becoming part of a virtual team. And if there's anything we know at Eduro Learning and COETAIL through the years, it's how to run a virtual team. Talk a little bit about what that means for COETAIL 2.
So the idea is that you guys will be in a cohort, and we have some specific details about that cohort that Liz is going to share a little bit later, but you'll be in a cohort kind of learning together exactly the way you have done in your first COETAIL experience. And as a cohort, you're kind of building this personalized learning experience for you individually and how it will look for future COETAILers together, which as a company that's like made up of a virtual team, it's a really fascinating way to work. And it's very much like the future of work. So you get to experience what that's like, being in this collaborative virtual team and learning and growing and building something together, which I think is a really cool opportunity. And the great thing about that is that's really important for your students too. So you can take your own personalized learning journey and you can take the being on this collaborative team and apply it in your classroom to help your students build these skills of being on a collaborative virtual team, because it's something that's really critical for today's work environment.
Awesome. You know, Lissa, Kim talked a little bit about being a cohort, and cohort, the original COETAIL was all about this cohort learning model where you did become, you know, you had that idea of a virtual team almost, and you became a group of people that went through it. In COETAIL 2, how are we taking this small learning community to the next level other than just saying, commenting on each other's blog posts?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that during my coattail journey and over the last year, we've definitely seen people want to be even more connected. So what we're going to do is as soon as our 15 people are chosen in July, we're going to immediately connect with a small learning community with monthly hangouts, with one-on-one sessions with me, with a private cohort messaging group, and just those extra ways that let us know each other better and be on that collaborative team instead of just, oh, you have a blog and I'm going to go comment on it.
I love that. So bringing in some of those other technologies that we all, and especially, again, we run a virtual company. Like Chrissy is in New Zealand, Kim is in Bangkok, you're in Kuwait, and I'm in Seattle. And here we are, right? Like this is the way work gets done today. And so trying to bring that in, I think, into COETAIL 2 more than just like you were saying, a blog. Also talk about how we get to reconnect to your COETAIL blog. We sent out, Lissa did such a great job of sending out emails about, hey, your blog's there. We need help. And knowing that we got hit with a bunch of spammers, and I could go on and on about it, but I won't. But this is really an opportunity to get back into that reflective practice. And that is, I think, over and over, what we hear from COETAILers is how powerful blogging is. Lissa, talk a little bit about what excites you about getting people re-engaged with their blogs.
Yeah, I know for me, like during my coattail, of course I was blogging every week as I was supposed to. And then after coattail, it kind of falls behind because it's not that requirement that I have anymore, and finding time can be difficult. So I'm really excited for this to allow coattailers to reconnect with their blog, because what we're going to be doing is doing just like coattail, we're going to have all of your reflections and your assignments on your public coattail space. So you'll be able to have all of that awesome Aduro courses and that interaction with your cohort, but you still get to have the sharing space that you know and love from COETAIL.
Yeah, I love that. And Lissa already talked about this. COETAIL, this first cohort of COETAIL 2 is going to be limited to 15 people. And part of that being limited to 15 people is we really want to see how we as a company can help to promote you as an individual. Especially, COETAIL started out as international teachers. We know the average international teacher only spends 4 to 5 years at a school. And how do we help promote you? So some of the things that you're also going to get by signing up for COETAIL 2 is you will get to author guest posts on the Aduro blog, the big Aduro blog that goes out to all 1,000 plus people that are in COETAIL now. Plus, we're talking about being featured in social media posts on both COETAIL and Aduro Learning, maybe doing some YouTube live sessions with all of us, just like this. Even, both Kim and I now have podcasts. I'm running the Shifting Our Schools podcast. Kim started one called The Shift Key, as ways to promote your voice. So if that is something, if you want to learn more about how do I promote my voice, how do I set up my own website, how does a blog really become the foundation of that? Part of COETAIL 2 is helping you kind of promote that as well. And what can we do to help promote you in those spaces as well? Kim, talk a little bit about demonstrating your dedication to your profession and why we're really looking for 15 people to really dig in with this.
I think the key is that we're looking for those really passionate and engaged COETAILers who really want to kind of grow as a professional. And this will give you the opportunity to show, look at how much I did in my own time and my own pace with my own kind of team of networked colleagues to dive deeper into an area that I'm really passionate and interested about. So it's something, again, just like COETAIL, you can put this COETAIL certificate on your resume too and talk about it with a prospective employer or your current employer. And I think one piece that we haven't mentioned yet that is part of this is because you're designing the COETAIL 2 of the future for new COETAILers that come after you, you're also building professional learning opportunities for other teachers, as well as diving deep into your own professional learning. So that's almost like 2 layers of professional growth you're getting by being part of this first initial cohort of COETAIL 2.
Yeah, I love that. Chrissy, talk to me a little bit about this idea of being able to build the micro-credential itself. And Chrissy, if you don't know, has really taken over our online courses as far as building them, creating them, getting them on the website for people to take. So maybe just spend a little bit of time. How are you excited this as the person that's trying to build all these blocks together, of getting all this feedback from these 15 people to be like, how do these blocks fit together to create what is going to be COETAIL 2?
Do you know, it's almost a dream come true, because how cool is it that you get to be flying the plane, so to speak, as everyone is building it around you. And I'm really, really excited about listening to feedback of people who are right there in the thick of it, doing these courses and putting them together and sort of figuring out and problem solving how we can make this work for you. Because we talk a lot about that personalized learning, but how does that really work? What does it really look like? So I'm excited to see how far outside the box we can think, or how far inside the box we can think, and really revolutionize how we go about developing our own personal learning and making it work for us, and where we are in our own professional development.
I love that. And lastly, we wanted to finish up with making sure everybody in COETAIL has been introduced to Lissa. If you haven't been introduced to Lissa, you're up for a treat. We actually hired her almost a year ago, right, Lissa, to kind of work on this.
Just over, yeah.
Yeah. We said, Lissa, we need somebody to kind of take this on. And we are so excited that not only has she taken this on and kind of created this very loosely structured kind of thing that we get to build together, but also that she's going to be the first mentor to kind of take you through this. And I think that that is a huge piece. So Lissa, for those people that don't know you in the COETAIL community, will you just spend a little time introducing yourself, talk about how excited you are, and maybe what are some of the details about COETAIL 2?
Yeah, so I have been in Kuwait in my first international since 2012. I did the COETAIL program in 2013-14, and ever since I was in the program, I just wanted to find more ways to get involved. So just over a year ago, when they put out the call for all of these jobs, I applied for all of them. And it's just been really fun the last year, you know, finding different ways to get involved and working with instructors and seeing what we can do outside of COETAIL. And I've loved getting more involved in enduro. That's been amazing to work with this awesome group of educators who are all around the world. And as I transition, we're moving to IS Beijing next year, and I won't be in a formal position with them. And so I was looking for something more to stay connected. And so when we finally, after like a year of visioning, came to what COETAIL 2 is actually going to be, I was like, yes, please let me be the mentor, because I wanted that extra connection one-on-one with all of you guys. So because we are letting you really run this, we've decided, you know, why would we make all these details for you when you're the one who knows your details and what you want? So we're going to have those limited numbers of 15 people, and we're going to have applications this time. So in May, in about a month, we're going to, well, actually, no, in like now, we are opening these applications for you. And then I'm going to go through all of them, and we'll work as a team to pick those 15 people who are perfect for this learning journey and can help us really customize this, because we know that COETAIL is essentially your program, and this COETAIL 2 is going to be your journey, and we really want you to leave your legacy on COETAIL 2 for the rest of the COETAIL community. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to start. Is it September yet? Come on.
You know, it's so funny, Kim, you know, listening to Lissa and Chrissy too, you know, I think about this, like we took a year to really thoughtfully plan out COETAIL 2, and we're a little bit late launching it. But I think the thought that went in reminds me a lot of when we came up with COETAIL the first time. I mean, the world learned about COETAIL in 2009, but, you know, Kim and I, along with the rest of the ISB coaches, kind of put, you know, the first idea of what COETAIL was together. And Chrissy was in the first cohort that went through COETAIL, and they really were like, we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants at the time to figure out what people needed. And it's so excited to be back there again and getting another cohort to say that we can go to and say, what is it that you need from us? What do you want from us? And that's what we hope to get out of this. If you're interested in this, make sure that you're signed up for the COETAIL newsletter. Make sure you're looking for those emails coming from Lissa. Turn in your application, and we are so excited to finally get COETAIL 2 launched.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay!
We'll see you all in COETAIL soon.